So you just finished the CMP exam. It didn't go the way you thought it would, or so you think. So you really want to know what the CMP examiner said. So how do you go about doing that? Well, I'm here to tell you. Let's dive in.
Whiskey 9 Yankee 7 November Golf, over.
So we all know that the VA is going through manning issues. So it's not just enough to track the evidence that you are producing for your symptoms to get your claims approved. More than ever, it's even important for you to track the outcome of your CMP exam. The CMP exam is a huge part in getting your claims to where you need them to go. You want those results and you want them ASAP. Well, today we're here to talk about how to get them. Let me start by saying, every one of these different methods have one thing in common, and that is Form 10206. That is the Freedom of Information Act request. So the first method is going to test your patience. And for some of you, especially the ones that love analog, this is right up your alley. You have guessed it, it is snail mail. So what we're going to do is actually lump two of them together. That is snail mail and fax. So in order for you to request your records through the VA, you need to, again, fill out the 10206 form and then mail it to this address. This address followed by this fax number are two methods in which you can actually request your VA records from the VA as far as your CMP exam or your claims record in its entirety. Now guys, as you can imagine, anything having to do with USPS is going to take forever. So in this instance, patience will be the key. I have had some people tell me this can take months, 1 or 2, up to 6 months just to even get a reply, let alone the file or the records themselves. So next, we actually have the email address for FOIA request directly to the VA. And this is it right here. Now, with this request, you're still going to be detailing what that request is for. Even sending it via email, you're still going to have to fill out the 10206 form, highlight all the things that you need as far as identifying the specific folder, file, or exam that you're looking to get, and you will be emailing them to that address. So I recently heard about the email version, so I don't have a dedicated time frame for which this one actually takes. I can't imagine it taking more or the same amount of time as the snail mail. All right, so if you're like me and patience isn't a virtue or isn't your strong suit, the next step is the fastest that we have identified thus far, and that is actually going down to your regional VA office. So just make sure you have that form, the VA form 10206, you have your ID card and a way to verify your identity. And it is literally that simple, heading down to your regional office, going to the desk and handing that in, and then processing it on the spot. Just like every other step or every other method, you must have that 10206 filled out so they can actually process your request. So the cool thing about this one is you could actually go and talk to the records section of your regional VA, and they actually have your records there versus talking to the holistic VA through those other request means, and they have to figure out where your requests are compared to actually being in the regional office that you are associated with. This method, so far from the reports that we've had, can dwindle your wait time to a matter of days, if not a week or 2. All right, there you go. Quick, down, and dirty. I wanted to get that information out quickly and concisely. So to make sure that you are tracking, snail mail, email, and actually physically going down to the regional office are the 3 best ways thus far, heading down to the regional office being the fastest. So having your records in hand will do you a few favors. One, it will have you understand the things that are going right for you in your records, the things that are favorable, also the things that are negative, right? So identifying these things can help you combat the negative and bolster the positive and then lead them to the conclusion of actually getting your claims approved. No matter which way you choose, arming yourself with the right knowledge will make you dangerous. So, if you found this information helpful, please, please, please share it with a vet that may use this information as well. As always, thanks for tuning in. This is Jay with the CIVDIV. Stay strong, stay resilient, and I'll see you later.